And while we were in Mexico, we actually made a very good friend. Her name was Adriana. And Adriana actually rescued 3 pets. She took them off the street. They were very ill pets.
I can't believe how many homeless pets and strays that there are in Mexico. And a veterinarian did explain to me that they wanted this to be the last generation of unspayed and neutered pets.
Blizzard.
Who is this?
Blizzard, Coco.
And who is this? And that's Coco?
And that's Bodhi.
And this is the cutie pie?
The little thing, yeah.
Hi. And now, can you please tell me, how did you get these dogs?
Well, all of them are rescued from some points. She was rescued from a veterinarian that didn't want to have her. She was the best story of the 3 of them because she was picked from the street. I found her on the street just laying there, almost dead.
You found this one on the street, almost dead.
Her name is Coco because she looks like a cocoa bean.
Oh, she does look like a cocoa bean.
And the little thing over there is Buddy. He was also rescued from the problem of the swine flu that we had a couple of years ago. The people in Mexico had a problem with swine flu and nobody wanted him.
Oh.
So I kept him.
Well, aren't you just the cutest little thing in the world? Thank God you saved them.
Yeah, I love them. They are my kids.
And you saved
They're my family.
And now you rescued also 2 cats?
2 cats, but I don't know where they are. They come and go.
Oh no, they're very small cats. They do whatever they want.
My 2 cats are they have been fixed. They cannot have babies. And he's the only one that still keeps the olives. Soon to go, hopefully.
It's very beautiful to see you, who have rescued and is giving a beautiful home to 3 dogs who would otherwise be out on the street, probably dead now, probably sick and with no love at all.
We don't need more dogs in the world.
No.
Not the way they are being kept in the area. Like in Playa del Carmen, we have a big problem with dogs and cats in the street because people abandon them. Being Playa, a place where people come and go, and there is just not enough people that stay forever.
Yes.
They come, they buy a dog, and I'm going to my hometown, Italy, Argentina. I cannot take my dog and put the dog in the street. But if there is people that just rescues a dog, pay for the veterinarian, pay for the operation so they cannot have more babies, and they do that. There is people waking up to our consciousness about that kind of thing. But we need more help, actually.
Yeah.
Because I just can't have 3. If I could, I would have 20.
I know, me too. I feel the same way.
One of the sad facts that we ended up finding out was that there's 25 million homeless dogs in Mexico, but they're being proactive. For example, Coco's Cat Rescue. Can't say enough amazing things about them. They also help out the other charities by spaying and neutering dogs and cats and helping the other organizations out as well. I have the pleasure of standing beside Laura, and Laura is going to take us on a little tour. Shane and I are here to understand more about the cat rescues in Cancun, Mexico.
These 4 kittens were brought in. It's actually a mum and 3 babies. They were brought in from an empty lot here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. We trapped them. They've been spayed, neutered, they've had their rabies vaccines, they've had deparasite medicines, and then tomorrow when they've recovered they'll be going back to where they live, where hopefully we'll find a feeder to feed them so that they become a stable cat colony. They're fed, they're healthy, they're not going to reproduce anymore, but obviously they're too feral to be adoptable because they're wild cats and they're extremely feral. You can't get anywhere near them. We have to actually use the traps to catch them. But this is a program we're working on here in Playa and in surrounding areas, basically trying to reduce the overpopulation problem of feral cats in the area. Every morning at 8 o'clock, animals come in from rescues all over the area, as far as Cancun down to Tulum. They come here, we weigh them, they go into the cages, and then they wait their turn while they get operated, they get spayed or neutered. Then they recover, and at 3 o'clock they all go home. This is Dr. Letty. She works full-time for Coco's Cat Rescue. She helps us with spay and neuter and all the rescued kittens. She's saved so many kitten lives, and we couldn't do what we do without her.
Each day we do from 10 to 20 surgeries, cats and dogs.
We help all rescues. We do free spay and neuter for all rescue groups in the area for dogs and cats. And we also help people who are on low income to operate their animals for free or for a small donation. We began just with cats and we've expanded the help. The need was just so big, we decided to involve dogs in the spay and neuter clinic, and from there we've gone on to actually rescuing some dogs as well. I mean, you just can't avoid it. There's so many on the streets, you can't turn your head, you know. So we're just really trying to focus. Our main mission is spay and neuter because it's the solution. So we're trying to focus on spaying and neutering as many cats and dogs as possible, at the same time educating the new generation by going to the schools and talking to the kids on, you know, pet care and respecting animals.
Thank you. Yeah, this was a very beautiful experience.
So Coco's Cat Rescue, Cancun, Mexico.
Got to check it out.
Yes.
Get on their website, and they could use some help.
So on to our next rescue. And I have the pleasure of being with Jan. Jan's with the Playa Animal Rescue in Playa del Carmen area of Cancun, Mexico. And we're just getting a better understanding. This is an actual shelter. So about what they have to offer for services and of adoption. Jan, I understand there's actually Canadians that are involved for support with your shelter.
Absolutely. We do a lot of cross-border adoptions. We work with rescue organizations in Canada that take some of our dogs. We have people that donate money because we receive no money from the government here in Mexico. That's always helpful. We have people that donate medicines and supplies. And then we have people who adopt dogs and take them home, which is the best part.
And what's the primary mission of the Playa Animal Rescue?
Well, our mission statement says that we're here to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome dogs, street dogs in Playa del Carmen. And to expand on that, another important thing that we do is community outreach to try to push forward that dogs need to be spayed and neutered. There's too many homeless dogs here. We need to cut down on the population.
And you told me earlier, what is the population of homeless they estimate?
What I've been told is in Mexico as a whole, there are over 25 million homeless dogs. And there are shelters, actually I know of two, one in Mexico City, one in Puebla, that have over 1,000 dogs in the shelter. We have 83 dogs here, and that's hard enough.
Are they all in different age groups?
We have dogs right now from about 8 years old all the way down to 3 weeks old.
I just saw a little pet that's come in, but because we're at maximum capacity within the kennel areas, Princessa is on the outside of the kennels, which isn't too bad, I guess.
She's living grandly under the palapa.
She is. Let's go take a look at her. You're a very gentle girl, aren't you, hon?
She's a good girl. She's still in quarantine, so she's not available for adoption until we're sure that she's disease-free and until she's spayed. You're a good girl. If a dog is terminally ill and suffering and medically there's nothing we can do, really the kindest thing is to put them down. Say a litter of puppies in that has distemper. We can't keep them here. It's a risk to every other dog that already lives here that we've made a commitment to, and we can't put them back on the street because they'll spread the disease. So it's a very sad situation, but in that situation there's very little choice.
And you have a veterinarian on duty at all times that's associated to this shelter?
Yes, we do. Dr. Mauricio is here 6 days a week.
We have one of the most good veterinary doctors here in Playa del Carmen.
If your pet becomes ill while you're on vacation and or it has an accident, requires an operation, tourists don't have to worry. They've got all the medical attention here by all the veterinarians.
Yeah, of course.